Hey, welcome back to Snapball Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League. And today I'm going to be playing some Boros Monarch. Not Boros Bully, Boros Monarch. Actual Boros Monarch this time. Not getting the names confused. I have Boros Bully right here, and this is Boros Monarch with Core Skyfisher, Prism, Spare Supplies, Thraben Inspector, Glint Hawk, all the value, all the flyers. Not Boros Monarch with not Boros Bully with Squadron Hawk. This is Boros Monarch for real this time. Um, my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below. You can go check it out. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. Like this video. I'd appreciate that. And I'm going to go through this deck, what we're doing here, and then I'm going to get into some games. Make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So 21 lands. I guess before I get into the mana base, we're just a value red-white deck basically. You play Core Skyfisher and Glinthawk, and generally you want to return Pathetic Prism, Spare Supplies, or Golden Egg to your hand when you cast these two. So essentially with the Prism out, you turn Core Skyfisher into, you pay 2 mana now, you bounce a Prism, you get a 2/3 flyer, and then you replay Prism. So 4 mana, 2/3 flyer, draw a card over 2 turns. Prism also helps fix your mana sometimes. Same thing with Glinthawk. It's a 1 mana 2/2 flyer, changes it into a 3 mana 2/2 flyer. So you can just get a lot of value. This deck grinds incredibly well. You just, again, play Core Skyfisher and Glinthawk as your value engine with these artifacts that draw cards when they enter the battlefield. And then you just have good removal spells and Journey to Nowhere, 3 lightning bolt, 4 galvanic blast, so you have 7 like essentially lightning bolts. So when you're drawing a bunch of cards, eventually you're gonna find these lightning bolts and you can just go face a lot of times. 1 abrade, 1 terminate, just as like kind of value removal spells, alternative choices. 2 strands because this card's insane, but it's not as good in this deck without Faithless Looting as the Boros Bully deck. So just 2 Sentinels, and 2 Guardian of the Guild pack, which I think is going to be good. I'm kind of excited to play with this card. And 1 Bonders Ornament for value because, you know, it's good against other Bonders Ornaments and it's just a strong card. As far as the mana base, like I was saying, the mana base is interesting. I'm only playing 2 basic lands, and then you play Great Furnace and Ancient Den. One, they're artifacts you can bounce with Glinthawk. They also help turn on Galvanic Blast. They do make you a little weak to like artifact hate out of the sideboard, which is I think why people usually only run 3 and 3. I even thought about like running less basics, but I guess there's more what's that called? Cleansing Wildfire now. So I wanted at least 2 basics. Play a couple cycling lands, a couple duels, a couple bounce lands, a couple bogs because they're good with the bounce lands. And we have a couple black souls. I just said we were a red-white deck, but with Prism and some, you want to play Bog anyway, so it's kind of free for the black splash. And then that's basically the deck. I mean, pretty straightforward. In the sideboard, we have a Leave No Trace, Lone Missionaries. This is all pretty standard stuff for this deck. 1 Standard Bearer, 1 Aura Fracture, which I'm kind of excited to play with. This card's sweet. 3 mana enchantment, sack a land to destroy an artifact enchantment. You can just do that as many times as you want. 1 Fumes. Not sure about that. It might just be better than Cannonade because we don't want to kill like our own Glinthawks and Inspectors. Not really sure. Some people also have 4 Cleansing Wildfire in the sideboard of this deck, but there's not as much Tron and other things in the kind of league meta. So I'm just trying a couple Molten Rains, a Shenanigans, oh, Quad Red Blast. That's a mistake. I like to have I like to generally, because I just think it's cool to split my Red Blasts and Pyroblasts. I think Pyroblast is just a better card in general, but I like to split them. So we'll go with this split. A Gorilla Shaman, because this card is incredibly strong. Maybe it could even be a second Gorilla Shaman over something for the affinity matchup, but I think we're okay. I'll just try it with the 1 and 1 Relic. I also kind of want a second Relic to respect Cyclostorm a little bit more, just because that deck's actually doing decent. And I might be playing Cyclostorm in the future. Just people have been asking for it, so keep a lookout for that. But here's the deck, and let's just go right into it. I'll see you in round 1. All right, welcome to round 1 with Boros Monarch, not Boros Bully. Would you like to play first? This hand is slow and clunky, but I'm gonna keep it. This hand's actually decent. We can just cycle this caves for a free draw. We have double fountain, and we can gain. We have 5 life just in our lands, and a 3 of an inspector to draw another card and a removal spell. So I actually kind of like this hand. Just gonna lead Crag, pass. Let's see what BGG88 is on. Boog88. What you got? I do always like to see what's my opponent can be on. It looks like they're on Affinity. Okay. I could just Lightning Bolt this now rather than play Thraven Inspector. I think that's actually best. Don't know what else I really need to Lightning Bolt. I can't really Lightning Bolt in a Tog anyway. And they're likely to be able to just turn this on next turn. I think I'll just bolt it now and then play another tap land. Next turn I can like cycle Cave, play Inspector, play Fountain or something. Fog's not necessarily going to do anything here. We can just try to grind against this deck. I mean, Affinity has a lot of card draw itself, but we do too. All right, Boros Garrison, interesting. I think actually what I can do is I can just go Fountain, gain 2, play Inspector, pass, and then I'll plan to just crack Clue. And then I can Boros Garrison back my Radiant Fountain next turn. I've also never played a game with this deck. So if I make some mistakes, I make some mistakes, but I've been trying a bunch of new decks. This deck looked fun, and I've wanted to play it for a while, so let's jam. Most of these like kind of mid-rangey decks, I'm like okay just to pick up and play, but there's definitely some complicated decks. Like the Cycle Storm deck might be a little complicated. I think I'll be fine. Flicker Tron, which I just played, I haven't played for a while. In my last video, you can check it out on my channel. I definitely didn't play optimally just because that deck is incredibly difficult to play. You're against the clock, you have to click a bunch of times. Excuse me, it's super hard. All right, they're gonna Thoughtcast here, I'm assuming. Oh, Frogmite, sure. Mirror Enforcer, okay. We do have 4 Galvanic Blasts, but we don't have Metalcraft. Crack Clue, okay, we have some redraws. I mean, this is not ideal so far. I think I'll just start by cycle this. There's a Gallop Blast, okay. Thing is, I'm also still not even that close to turning on Metalcraft. I think what I'll do is I'll cycle this. Maybe I hit like a 2-mana artifact I want to play or something, and I can go Great Furnace, play an artifact, and then next turn be able to Gallop Blast this. So I think I just cycle Step right now as well. Okay. I don't think I can actually play Boros Garrison because I want to start playing these artifacts. If I draw a Prism or a Golden Egg or something, and I play Great Furnace this turn, next turn play another Great Furnace and an artifact, and then kill this, that's going to be better for me, so let's just go with it. I can also chump the Mirror Enforcer, but I think I just want to take 6 here. I'm at 24, so taking 6 down to 18 is not bad. And then if I draw a Core Skyfish or something, I can bounce this and get another artifact that way. I think cracking the Clue was correct, though. Are they going to play a Tog here? I'm going to need to draw something. They're trying to draw something too. Maybe they're trying to hit a land drop. Kind of feel like this is the Tog, but I guess not. Of One Mind, just for 3 mana, sure. I guess they're trying to hit a land. They do. And they play another 3-bin, or they play a 3-bin. Okay. Not gonna Gallop Blast. Just untap. Hope for a good draw. Crag. Damn. So now I could play Furnace in the hope. I'm just like pretty flooded here. I kept a really land heavy hand and I've just drawn pretty much all lands. So probably not winning this game. I think I'm supposed to play Furnace just in case I draw another Furnace or a Ancient Den. I guess I just have to take 6 again, block the Thraben Inspector, but this is getting pretty bad at this point. I just kept Thraben Inspector, Bolt, 5 land, and then I've just only drawn Galvanic Blast and lands for every draw that I've had. I've had 2 cycles and a cycle off Thraben. Right, I'll just go to 12. It sucks, but I mean, I don't want to just chump Mirror Enforcer yet. I'd rather chump it next turn. Okay, now they 1 mana, draw 2. They're just Jeskai Affinity. And of course, we didn't put the second Gorilla Shaman in. In the first match we get is Jeskai Affinity, so makes sense. All right, we're super dead here. Even if we draw perfect and like kill this, they have like multiple cards on the table. It's gonna be real tough. Okay, Strands actually isn't even that great. Let's see, I'm at 12. I guess I could Boros Garrison this turn, and then yeah, Strands doesn't even really do anything here. I guess I'm supposed to Boros Garrison the Radiant Fountain, but maybe that's a little bit slow. I could just play Crag this turn and then Radiant Fountain next turn to gain the maximum amount of life. And if I have time and I stabilize, later I can Boros Garrison back a Radiant Fountain. But yeah, it's looking bad here. I may have to even just Strands to gain 2 life, name White, and then name these Thraben Inspectors. Like name White to gain 2 so those Thraben Inspectors don't deal me 2 damage. That's what I meant to say. I mean, this deck can gain a lot of life from its lands between Bounce Lands, Radiant Fountains, and Crags. Pretty nice to have that line against Galvanic Blast me. I feel like I'm supposed to Strands this. Again, I don't think that I can win, but I'm going to try. All right, let's block here. I'm at 13, and I'll flashback Strands name White just to gain 2 life. It's because I can't flash this back later. I don't necessarily have another white creature. I could have waited one more turn because I could draw a Core Skyfisher or something. Now I can't bounce this anymore, but just gonna have to try to draw well here. I want to stay at a slightly higher life total, especially since they were just going Gallblast face rather than even Gallblast this. That's kind of surprising. I obviously can't choose colorless on Strands. You have to choose a color. So this card's actually not that great. I mean, I guess it's okay against Atog and Fling. So I don't even know if I side them out. Not even sure how I'm supposed to board in this matchup. Maybe I'm not supposed to board too much. All right, they play a 3/3 and an Atog. Yep. Definitely no outs. Just go to the next game here. And there's the Core Skyfisher. Even if we had Core Skyfisher, Flickered Dark Thraben, replay it, kill Mirror Enforcer, it was still going to be rough. I mean, I should have probably waited one more turn, but yeah. There's Journey. Man, maybe I could have gotten out of that if I didn't chump with Thraben that turn and just took 4 extra damage. Yeah. Not sure. Again, that was rough. Okay, we do have Shenanigans too. Forgot about that. I could just side out Strands. I can kill Atogs with like Galvanic Blast. They have to sack 2 artifacts. I can kill it with Terminate and Journeys, so I have some answers to it. Don't want Lone Missionary. Don't want Leave No Trace. I don't think I want Molten Rain. Their land count is low, but I still don't think I want it. I guess Guardian of the Guild Pack is just bad. It's just like they have so many Mirror Enforcers and stuff to just deal with it. It's good against, I guess, everything in their deck except Mirror Enforcer, but I think I'd rather have strands for I guess this also blocks a Tog. Maybe I'm not supposed to be siding them out. I mean, Bog doesn't really do anything against them. I don't think they're ever really rebuying creatures. You can just set out one Bog, one Guardian. I don't think I want to cut any of these value artifacts. As you saw, we didn't have one that game, and it does make it pretty rough. Going down a land seems good, and I guess again, I guess Bog isn't really doing much. I'll just try it like this. We just we do really want to just find our hate cards that we brought in here. They're gonna help us a lot. I mean, this is pretty rough. We just go tap land, we're on the play, and if we don't draw a land, all we do is turn 2 Thraben. If we draw a land, this hand is good, but it's just a little too clunky, I think. Need to hit land drops. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep this for sure. We have a braid, we have shenanigans. I can just put back a reaping and just not do anything till turn 3 and then bonders and start playing shenanigans every turn. They mulligan to 6. See if they go down to 5. They do. Okay. That deck does mulligan a lot. Let's just lead Fountain. See what type of draw they have on 5. That deck can get out of mulligans. They mulligan a lot, but you can draw out of them pretty well because you just draw so many cards between your Chromatic Stars, your Upland Mines, your Thought Casts, just everything. That deck draws an insane amount of cards. Okay, there's a Great Furnace. I don't want to just kill this. I think I'm just going to go Great Furnace pass. And then if they play any non-Darksteel land, I just get to shenanigans that and then just start dredging shenanigans and kill any land they play. So, seems like a plan. Yeah. A Tog. Okay, I'm just going to braid this now. Oops. I meant to shenanigans it. Damn, that was a punt. Just a misclick. I was like talking about shenanigans and then I said I'm just gonna braid and I just messed up. It's okay. We still have the shenanigans, which is decent. What I could do now is they have 3 cards left. I wish I had this because dealing 3 to this is actually pretty relevant. I think what I'm supposed to do is go Den, Bonder's Ornament, and then play the Glinthawk, and I'll bounce the Great Furnace to my hand to kind of protect it. So definitely a misplay on the Abrade there, but just clicked a little bit too fast. Okay. So if they attack with the Tog, I can consider just to block it. They have to sack their star. Okay, they're going Thoughtcast here. That's fine. Now they're not going to attack. There's no way. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm just going to go Great Furnace, shenanigans this, and then I can start dredging shenanigans if I want. I don't even think I need to attack yet. I can trade this for any artifact. It's probably worth just to stay back. I guess they're only attacking for 1 and they can't really sack anything. I guess I'll just get in there. And any regular artifact land they play, I'll just be able to dredge shenanigans and kill it. Okay, yeah, they just concede shenanigans. Nice. So I punted on the Abrade, but it didn't end up mattering. So we have 3 really powerful cards. 2 of them are obviously better than the Abrade, but it's nice to have all of them. Strands is a little bit clunky. I mean, it's good against, like I said, a Tog and Fling. They can't really go in on it, but Guardian's also pretty decent against a Tog. Let's just run it. This feels reasonable. I know I could go down to 19 land, especially on the draw, set out the other Bog, but I want to make sure that I function and have more keepable hands with a higher land count. They were on 5 that game, and we had the shenanigans. So even though I punted, it didn't end up mattering. All right, this hand looks great. No, I'm just kidding. Zero land. Snap Mole. Oh, God. They mulliganed to 6 and they kept. I think because I have Gorilla Shaman, I'm supposed to keep. If I draw, I get to play a Forgotten Cave tapped, and I have 2 draw steps. If I draw any land, then on turn 2, I can go Gorilla Shaman, blow up your land. That's already pretty good. I need to draw a land, but I think it's worth it. Just put back a Thraben here. Just the fact that I have Gorilla Shaman is really good, and I can cast it. I obviously need to draw lands, but I have 19 lands in my deck, so 19 out of 54. And then if I miss, I guess I have 19 out of 54, then 19 out of 53. Each draw step. Okay, there's a land I can kill, and there's a land that I can utilize. Perfect. So I just play this, pass, and then next turn I can go Gorilla Shaman, blow up your land, or I can go Prism and try to find more lands. Because they could just kill my Gorilla Shaman. Sometimes it's better to wait on it. I was going to say, especially if I draw an untapped land here. This is interesting. This is interesting. I have a couple options. I can go float red mana with Forgotten Caves, play Boros Garrison, cycle the caves. It does allow them to do something on this next turn, but I think it's worth it to wait on Gorilla Shaman. They haven't played a Darksteel yet. And if they play a third land, next turn, I'm going to be able to play Gorilla Shaman and then blow up 2 of their lands. I guess they could counter this as well. All right, I'll just take my land when I can get it. They have to have Galvanic Blast as well for this, and then I can still function even if I just kill 1 land. And I don't want them to do anything on their next turn, so I will just play Gorilla Shaman and blow up a land here. It's tempting to wait 1 more turn to guaranteed be able to kill 2 lands, but then if they have Hydroblast, they just counter my Gorilla Shaman. I don't get to blow up any lands. So I'll just take the 1 land when I can get it. They have to have Galvanic Blast, otherwise they lose their next land as well. So I think this puts me in a better position. Game 2 Shenanigans, Game 3 Gorilla Shaman. Is that how it goes versus this deck? I mean, when you play that deck, you know you're going to run into some hate. Okay, they're going to kill my thing, so they did have it, but do they not have another land? They don't. Okay. So now I have some options. I can go Bonder's Ornament into Thraben. I can go Prism into Glinhawk. Ornament into Thraben gives me 1 more mana total. Because I get my... Oh yeah, Ornament into Thraben gives me 1 more mana, but I don't draw a card right now. But if I Prism into Glinthawk, I draw a card right now. I think actually the Ornament line is better. I just would rather develop my mana now, and then I can just draw more cards later. Because next turn I'll be able to go Prism, Glinthawk back the Prism, and maybe like draw another card. Okay, they just Thraben and pass. Yeah, they're in a rough spot now. Let's just go Prism draw, and Glinthawk back the Prism. Yeah, I am gonna do that still. Yes, you can tell I haven't played with this deck. Don't know I have to click yes. And now, don't even think I want to Gal Blast that. I think what I'll do is I'll just go Boros Garrison back my Forgotten Cave and pass the turn. Plan on just cycling this cave. I do have Metalcraft, so I also have Galvanic Blast available. Yeah, this deck has a lot of interesting lines. This deck is pretty sweet. Now I can draw a card from Forgotten Cave, both of my Prisms, and my Clue. So I can draw a ton of cards here. The card draw is not super like fast. It's not like aggressive like Thoughtcast, 1 mana draw 2, but it is this deck is very grindy and continues to draw cards as the game goes on. Journey, okay. think I'll just tap Boros Garrison, play Prism to start. Opponent is now taking their time. I wonder if they have Gallop Blast or if they're just taking it slow for some reason. I mean, I'm behind on time, but I've also been talking through everything. Golden Egg. Okay. I'll just lead Prism. Golden Egg is interesting. I mean, sacking for 3 life can be relevant. It's beaten me before. Another Boros Garrison. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm just going to play another Prism here, and then play a Boros Garrison, bouncing my Fountain. And then just attack for 2. Again, I don't even want a Gallop Blast there, Thraben, I don't think. Just keep developing mana, keep drawing cards. That's what this deck does. Eventually, you grind them out. Fountain and attack for 2. Like, we don't even need to like spend 4 mana to draw a card with Bonders, just because we can continue drawing cards other ways for less mana. At least right now. Yeah, they just missed on lands too many times. That kind of sucks. But yeah, this deck is sweet. Let's go round 2. 1-0. All right, 1-0 with Boros Monarch. We're against Kolbias Ticklebush. They rolled a 6, we rolled a 1. Super lucky for them. Can't believe we lost the roll. So unlucky. We had like a really good chance to win that roll. We just lost. I'll keep this land heavy hand again. See what we're up against. Again, I always love that about Magic. Every round you sit down, you're like, I'm always waiting for them to play their first card, and then I'm like, what are they on? Oh, nice. They know the channel. Saying, glad you like the channel. I'm going to try to dream crush here. They're probably playing my most recent blue red list of just Augur of Bolas. They say shouldn't be a problem. I make a lot of questionable plays. They're probably playing the one with yeah Augur and Frantic Inventory is my guess. Just gonna lead Crag, go. Blue red's not like a terrible matchup. They might have counterspell here. I think I'll just lead Golden Egg as like I'd rather resolve my Prism later. My mana's fine, so I mean I guess that maybe I should have done it the other way because my mana's fine, but I guess Golden Egg's technically better than Prism. Spell Stutter, just flash in, get Ninja going. Okay. Didn't want to core Skyfisher into a counterspell there anyway. Now if they get Ninja going, I'll at least be able to resolve this. Okay, yeah, this is fine. They get to draw a card, but now they have to have a removal spell for Skyfisher. They don't have a land. That's bad for them. So now I just go core Skyfisher, bounce Golden Egg. Then I go play Boros Garrison. Oh, that was a mistake. Now I have to discard. I can actually discard Strands, so it's actually not a mistake. It's actually a good play. I just didn't think about that, but it's actually kind of a sick line. So I just kind of walked into it. Because now I can Strands for 0 mana and give my creature protection from red if they find a red mana and a burn spell. Which is actually pretty good, I think. And I don't want to have to leave mana open. I want to just start jamming all these 2 mana draw cards. So I actually like that I did that. I mean, it's obviously, I didn't think about it ahead of time, but I just got lucky. I think it worked out. All right, let's go 2 mana. Which one do I want to draw? I guess, which one do I want to resolve? I guess Spare Supplies, because it can draw a card later. Oh, there's a Bolt. I was going to Thraben, but I guess I can Thraben and Bolt here. I want to just get Ninja off the table while I can. So let's just go Great Furnace, Get that off the table. Thraben. And then no attack, because I don't want them to get another ninja going. Just want to be the control deck here. Alright. It's interesting that I didn't actually pay attention to what they did on that preordain. Maybe they went bottom bottom, but they're not hitting lands, so that's pretty unfortunate for them. They even got the ninja hit in. That sucks. Okay, Core Skyfisher is good. They might have Counterspell up here. I wonder if I'm supposed to just jam Skyfisher, or if I'm supposed to lead on, like, I think I'll lead on Golden Egg just to kind of like bait. I guess they could also have Spell Stutters right here. And if they have Spell Stutter, this might be able to get them to pull a trigger on Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay, it doesn't. Glinthawk. So I can only cast one thing this turn. I might as well cast Core Skyfisher because it's more mana efficient. I guess I could have sacked Golden Egg, so they do have a Spell Stutter Sprite. That was a good play by them. I think I'll just go Crag, pass. Now I can even go tap my Thraben to flashback Strands. I gotta keep that play in mind, going up to 8 cards, discarding the Strands. It's actually a pretty good play, I think. And I have to keep that in mind for future games, so I'm happy I walked into that one. Now I saw it, and I can do it again later. Ponder, draw one, choose not to shuffle. So they drew 1 card, and then they're shuffling 2 cards away. Nice play. They have Mountain. Okay. Let's see. Nothing I can do right now. Let's just lead Prism. They're probably going to just let it resolve. It's my guess. Palace Sentinels. Ooh, they don't have Counterspell up here. I mean, is it risky to jam? Not really. I mean, they can attack with both, take the Monarch, but I can Strands as well. Maybe it's a little bit greedy to go for it. I can wait. I can go like Glinthawk. I can draw some cards. I think I'll wait on the Monarch, even though they can counter it later. I don't really want to just put the Monarch into play for them to take and then run away with the game. So I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait on that. I'll just play a Glinthawk, see if they Spell Stutter it. They do. Okay, that's not great for me. I think I'm just going Ancient Den. I guess I can crack Clue right now. I could draw like a bolt that I'd probably just play. Reaping the Graves. It's actually not a bad draw. All right, I'll just pass. I have Strands up. I have Cycle Cave up. I have another card in Spare Supplies, and I do have this Palace Sentinels, but they do have 3 flyers as well. Let's cycle this. This Reaping the Graves, again, should be really strong here. Prism. Just lead on that. See what I draw. I think they've just resigned to not countering these Prisms, so that's not really telling me anything about what they have. Don't really want to play Bog yet either. I guess what I could do is I could go Lightning Bolt a Spell Stutter Sprite, and then play Reaping the Graves, get back 2 creatures. I think that's probably good enough. I don't want to Palace Sentinels yet, so I'm going to do that. Let's just bolt that, and then play Reaping. Just play a land. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but I think it's okay. Reaping. I'll have 2 of the targets target the Skyfisher, 1 of them target the Glinthawk. And that's a lot of value. 1 target the Glinthawk, and then the other one same targets. And I'll just play a Glinthawk right now. Bounce a Prism if they can't counter it. Could have waited even longer, but yeah, this deck is fun. I kind of even like it better than Boros Bully just because you grind like so much, and it's like as the game goes long, they're bolting a Glinthawk rather than a Core Skyfisher. Why? Just gonna let it resolve, I think. I'd rather have my core Skyfisher around. I still get to bounce a Prism here. Yep, should have bolted the other guy. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah, they should have. I guess it's worse against ninjas. Okay, just passing the turn. Okay, they have AK, not Frantic Inventory. That makes sense. AK is pretty sweet. AK counts the cards in both the AKs in both graveyards. All right, now I go flash this back. They might have a counter spell here, but this is exactly why I did not want to get the Monarch in play. So they counter this. Okay, this is actually fine. I know they kill my core Skyfisher, but I can draw a lot more cards. I can play a Palace Sentinels. If they have another counterspell for the Skyfisher, it's going to be a problem, but let's just lead on this. I also have another card in Spare Supply still that I haven't been able to get to yet. They know about this. They have a counterspell. Okay, it's scary. I think I am probably going to bog here. Could also just abrade a spell fitter right now. It's annoying if they go ninja, but I think I'm supposed to. I think this is better. I just want to get this spell stutter off the table. Them being able to bounce spell stutter is pretty annoying for me. And then I can bog next turn. Hopefully they don't play another AK right now. Of course. So they did get to draw two. As long as they don't have another AK, then I can exile the two AKs out of their graveyard. And they got Preordain. They have red mana available. Interesting. Okay, there's a Fjord. They're down to 3 cards. Bonder's Ornament. Great draw. All right, let's just go bog you now. And then go Bonder's Ornament. I don't think I want to play Palace Sentinels because, again, they can take the Monarch and they have a decent blocker back right now. I'd rather just draw cards. So I'll just pass. Can also gain 3 on this Golden Egg. The one Bonder's Ornament coming in. Preordain, sure. That deck is good. That's my favorite deck. Blue-Red Fae. There's so many decks that I want to play. They went one top, one bottom, so this is a blind augur. But they're likely to hit on all their augurs if they are actually playing my list. Okay, there's an AK. Well, Bog dealt with that for the most part. I can attack for 1, sure. Then I'm going to go draw. Okay, Strands is good as well. Now I could try to jam Sentinels. I don't think it's really getting better for me as far as waiting to dodge a counterspell, so I guess I can just cycle this first to see what I draw. Fountain. Sure. I'll just play it. Then I'll just play Sentinels. Because I can go Strands and Flashback Strands to protect the Monarchy. And then I get to draw a bunch of cards as well, which is just nice. Maybe I should have tapped Boros Garrison. Oh, I guess it probably doesn't matter. Bolt. AK draw 1. Resolves. Drawing a Lightning Bolt or Galblast here is like probably my best draw because I can just kill their flyer. They're Lightning Bolting my Thraben. I think I'm supposed to let it resolve because I want a Strands named Blue to hold on to the Monarchy. So I'm just going to let that resolve. Prism. Okay. I could even Strands on upkeep. Probably should have done that, but I didn't click it fast enough. I'll just Strands right now. It's not the best use of Strands, but again, I just want to hold on to the Monarchy here. They have a Scred for my Sentinels. Counterspell. That's interesting. I'm just gonna flashback strands. They have one card left. Just gonna name blue. Okay. So now I don't think there's any way for them to take the Monarch this turn, which is nice. I can crack Golden Egg here. Just use my mana. I don't see why not, actually. Just draw, or just gain 3. I don't need the mana fixing. I have other things to bounce. So I think I'd rather just use my mana now, even though it's probably not relevant. Just gonna basically draw as many cards as I can here. Spare supplies, okay. I could have just waited way longer on reaping, but I think it was fine what I did. Just to get 2 creatures back was, I think, pretty strong. Just say yes, bounce a prism, recast. Kind of doing it here. Journey. I think I'm supposed to cast that. This deck uses its mana so efficiently. Now if I just journey this, I have decent blocks on their creatures. I have the Monarch right now. And then I have a Glinthawk to be able to potentially take the Monarch back. Okay, that's all the AKs. Definitely no attack. Bolt. Blast. They have a bolt. Okay, it's annoying. Okay, we drew a Gal Blast. I wonder if I'm supposed to Gal Blast now. I think I will. They could draw Spell Stutter Sprite here. So they have to draw a Scred for this, basically. And I'll just F6 to save time. We get to bring in Quad Pyroblast for this matchup. So our games 2 and 3 also get a lot better. Hardcast Ninja. That's generally a good spot for me to be. Okay, that was a great draw too. I think I just jam that. And then I'll draw a card. I could have done it in the opposite order, I suppose. Glinthawk. It's a good one. Yeah, this deck just uses its mana so well. Journey. I think I'll just journey the Ninja right now. I think we're pretty far ahead at this point with the Bonder's Ornament too, and the Monarch. Nice. Winning game 1 was huge. I think we might not be a favorite in game 1, but I mean, this matchup's actually kind of rough for Faye, so it can definitely be tough. I heard you're supposed to side in Lone Missionary against Faye because it blocks Ninja really well and it fogs their flyers for a couple turns. Um, I don't know how correct that is. I guess Relic is also reasonable. Standard Bearer, it just eats a removal spell. No, I don't think that's good. They might even have a Cannonade, so I don't want to bring that in. Do I want Lone Missionary? I mean, I definitely am bringing in these 5. I think even Relic is good against AK, Accumulated Knowledge. What is not that great? I mean, I'm worried they're going to bring in one Bonder's Ornament as well. Having a Braid is decent. Bogs are also actually good in this matchup. Let's see. I think the Sentinels can come out. They just have too many flyers to be able to take the Monarch. Yeah, we were able to hold on to it there. But as you saw, we had to wait so long to be able to Monarch. So I think we're just siding out Sentinels. What else is not that good? I mean, Thraben Inspector's okay. It's like a good enabler for our deck. Don't know how great it is. I don't know if we need Terminate. We have Galblast if they have Spire Golem, which I don't think they have. I think my Bolt and a Braid just kills everything. I think this is a little just clunky compared to my other cards. I think Strands is good. I think having the Abrade is reasonable. What am I supposed to side out? My Flyers are good. I guess Again, I guess Thraben is just not great. It doesn't really block anything that well. I could just play Lone Missionary instead of Thraben. Just side out all my Thrabens. Like this doesn't even block Ninja. It does block Augur of Bolas, but doesn't even attack that well. They don't have edicts or anything. I mean, I'll try Lone Missionary. Just go for the clunk. Just side out all this. Could also side out like a golden egg or a spare supplies, but I'll just try siding out Thraben. I've never really done that, but I think we're fine to just be the like full control deck. Let's go like this. I'll try the Lone Missionaries. Seems reasonable to me, especially just the fact that like it's so annoying for them, specifically against Ninja. I have to mulligan this. They kept 7, super lucky. Keep. I could keep step, but then I'm gonna want to cycle it anyway, so I might as well just bottom the step, right? Yeah. I guess I could have kept step and then played it on turn 1 and then later cycled it, but I also don't hate getting these artifact lands down. Okay, now I'm happy I just took this line. I drew Pyroblast. If they go for Augur, I'm going to counter it. It's like a free card draw for them. I guess Lone Missionary is not that great, specifically against this card. Thraben at least draws a card, but looks like we got our 2-1 down, so I'll take it. I'm going to attack and then play a spare supplies and a Boros Garrison. Kind of surprised that resolved, honestly. Not sure what land I was supposed to bounce there. I kind of just bounced one. AK, draw 1. Spare supplies is actually pretty impressive. Just the fact that it slowly draws 2 and can be bounced is pretty nice. All right, there's Augur. Don't want to have to journey that. Counterspell? Jeez. I could just lead on Journey to be safe. I'd rather resolve Core Skyfisher. And if Journey just resolved, then I still have my Lone Missionary down. Let's just tap like this. I guess I could just tap Boros Garrison, actually. Again, I'd rather resolve Core Skyfisher, so if they go for counter on this, I think that's actually good for me. Just keep anything off the board so I don't get ninja'd. I'm actually not going to go for Core Skyfisher. They're going to counter that. I'll just maybe draw a card with spare supplies or just cycle caves. I think I'll just pass here. Could have tapped differently. I think I'm just going to cycle caves, keep the spare supplies around for Core Skyfisher. All right, Bolt is good. Land is not good. And this Lone Missionary 2-1 is doing work. All right, so now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play Core Skyfisher. They're going to counter it. And then I'll just probably play a tap land and pass and then plan on cracking spare supplies end of turn. Yeah, I think this seems fine. Yep. No reason to crack spare supplies now, but I will crack it later. Cycle. Looks like they don't have much going on. Their draw might not be great. I think I'm supposed to just crack this. Like I said, drawing a card now is good. I don't have anything else going on myself. Core Skyfisher, of course. I cannot Core Skyfisher my Journey on their Augur and let them draw. So I'm just gonna attack for 2. I also don't even really want to Core Skyfisher my Lone Missionary. I mean, I guess if this resolves, this is gonna resolve again. So I'm just gonna play land, play Core Skyfisher. Try to bounce Lone Missionary. If they counter this on the way back down, then that's fine. Why wouldn't they just counter this? So I think I'm pretty safe to bounce this. Just gain a bunch of life. They're actually going to count. Oh, they're going to bolt that. Okay, that makes sense. The 2/3 flying is much more annoying than the 2/1 gain 4. The gain 4, they don't. See, this is why I don't like this card. If this was a Thraben and I was drawing extra cards, wouldn't that be so much better than gaining 4? Like, gain 4 here has been basically irrelevant this game. The 2/1 rather than 1/2 has been good, specifically right here. But most of the time against Augur, this seems worse than Thraben. So I think in the future, I'll just stick with what I would have done generally is go 2 Thraben, side out 2 Thraben, keep 2 in, don't bring in any Lone Missionaries. I mean, again, this does block Ninja better, but I think that's all it really does. All right, I'm going to attack, just play a Glint Hawk, and then replay an Ancient Den. Sucks we don't have our spare supplies. Maybe I wasn't supposed to crack it, but I did. If they go Spell Stutter, I'm just definitely going to bolt it. They'd have to have like triple Spell Stutter to stop me here. Hydroblast the bolt. Okay, I'll let that resolve, and then I'll try to Galblast this. And they have another counter. Oh god, it's gross. They have 0 cards in hand, but we have 0 cards in hand as well. 10 to 29. They should probably just attack with 1, offer the trade if I, like, so I can't attack. Yeah. If they drew a ninja right there, that would have been insane. Oh no! Why do I always have to say it? That was the best possible draw. Okay, that might be able to just go door to door. They can't counter it. They have a spell stutter in hand. Now this lone missionary is holding back this ninja, so maybe I'm wrong. They need to find a bolt for this lone missionary now. Yeah, I guess they might side out some of their removal in this matchup. And then it makes lone missionary better as just like you're not really planning to attack through augurs, you're just using it to block this. Oh, they misclicked there. They meant to cycle. It's not a big deal, but it feels bad because now they don't thin their deck by 1. It sucks that we know they have a spell stutter sprite in hand. Oh yeah, I am supposed to attack there for sure. I'm just supposed to attack 5 turns in a row. I don't think they can gain life most likely. I'll just hold that. It's probably wrong to actually hold a land because I could draw like a string of card draw. I think it is actually better to hold because we know they have spells that are in hand. I could even attack with Lone Missionary, but I think that's just too greedy. Alright, Gal Blast. We know they have spells that are in hand, so there's no way I'm supposed to attack with Lone Missionary. They say 4/1 ain't bad. Yeah, 4/1 is great. That's a great record. I was joking about the Dream Crush. I don't want to Dream Crush people, but I'm obviously just going to try to win my match. I felt like that when I've been 4-0 a lot of times, and then I'm playing against somebody. I'm like, can you just concede? I don't want to lose here. I'm just gonna let this resolve. I think I even just can Galblast their face right now, and then they have to gain life or something. Otherwise, they die to this. So I don't think they have any outs at this point. This pro monocolored can be pretty annoying for that deck. They ponder, shuffle. Yeah, I think now it's just too much. They just bolt themselves. They go out with their 4/1 in style. Oh. I can't type in the chat for some reason. Well, GG's, Ticklebush. Fun playing you, and I'll see you around. 2-0. Defeated the blue-red monster in blue-red Fae. Nice. Let's go round 3. All right, we're 2-0. We're on the draw. This hand is super clunky. I think I'm supposed to keep. If we draw like an untapped land, either red or white, it's really good. We're against Plains Cat. Okay, we're against the mono white menace. So I do really need to draw some untapped lands here. Nice. Hmm. Doesn't actually really do it. I don't want to play Glint Hawk on turn one. I guess I could just play Bog, make them scared of like me being mono black and having an edict. No, I think I'm supposed to play Ancient Den because if I draw another untapped land, then I can just turn to one of these artifacts. So I think I am supposed to play Den here. This matchup feels a little rougher for Boros Monarch compared to Boros Bully because we only have two strands, and strands is like a really key card in this matchup. Now they probably have protection up for this. I don't really care about the life gain. Untapped land. Oh, what am I doing? I punted turn one. If I had led Bog, I could have just led turn two Den into card draw. Just punted hard. It's just my unfamiliarity with the deck there. All right. I can just discard a spare supplies, I suppose. That sucks. Next turn, I can just go like artifact into Galvest, I guess. They're gonna have they're gonna have like a protection spell here, almost 100%. So I think what I'll do actually is just go, yeah, Ancient Den, play spare supplies, yeah, and then Galvest right now because that's how I have to tap my mana. Strands was a good draw because I need red mana. So let's go spare supplies, leaving red mana. Oh, I can't even Galvest this. Now I can't Glint Hawk. I still can Galvest one of these things, which I think I'm supposed to do. Feels bad, but I think that's how I have to play it. They're gonna protect it? Sure. I don't think that's worth it for them. I don't think they should have done that. I mean, maybe their hand is just like triple emerge unscathed and they want to get in for damage. Hmm. I mean, I definitely have fucked up this game pretty hard. I don't know if we could win anyway. Yeah, that's rough. But now if they don't have another emerged unscathed, I just get to journey this and then they probably lose if that resolves. So their last card has to be emerged unscathed or hexproof or something. Is there any way for me to play around it? I mean, I don't think so. Because I can strands on this next turn. There's nothing they can really do to stop that. So I can buy one turn. So let's see. That might actually be better because I can strands this turn, and then next turn I can go Glinthawk plus Journey, and then I can flashback strands using tapping my Glinthawk if this Journey gets countered, and then that buys me another turn to draw like another Journey or a Terminate or something potentially. So I actually like just going Bog, them, pass, and then plan on playing strands named White. It does give them more time to find an answer, but I think this is actually better. Hey, I'm gonna go strands, otherwise I die. Do they have mana tithe? I don't think they do. White. Were they just F6? No. I feel like they definitely have another protection spell here. Another Glinthawk. Interesting. So I guess I just lead on playing Journey to Nowhere. Yeah. Doesn't matter how I tap. I'm just going to be playing a Glinthawk afterwards anyway. Guess I could leave up one mana. I don't think it matters. I'm not going to abrade anything. Their last card has to be a protection spell. Yeah. Oh, it's Benevolent Blessing as well. Name White. So now I have to draw exactly terminate, and this doesn't make the other auras fall off. Jeez. Now I don't think I can win. I mean, again, I guess I can draw exactly terminate. Pass. Was I supposed to bounce Ancient Den there instead? Would that have allowed me to play Golden Egg? I'm just not playing very well. So I could block and eat something, but I have to strands, so I'm just gonna strands now. I can't actually block this anymore because it has protection from white as well. So that benevolent blessing got me good. So I guess I can just tap Boros Garrison, play Golden Egg. I guess I'm supposed to tap like this, play Golden Egg, because then no, I still die. I'm still dead on board. I was thinking I can gain 3. I'll still just tap like this, whatever. Okay, there's a strands, but I can't actually cast it. So I think I'm just dead. I wonder if I could have played this game differently. I mean, I can spare supplies or Glinthawk here, but they have a 7/7 pro white. So I think that'll do it. Was there any way for me to go up to 8 cards? No. Okay. We don't have very good sideboard here, I don't think. Can bring in a Leave No Trace. I guess we do have an Aura Fracture. Oh, Standard Bearer. So this actually works against auras, right? Whenever they cast a spell, if they cast an aura, they have to choose a flag bearer. So this is actually insane. All right, I think I just want those 4 cards and that's it. Do I even want Fumes? It does mop up all their 1/1s. I think it's probably good enough. Thraben's a little slow. Sentinels, I don't think I need. I don't even know if I need Bonder's Ornament, as weird as that is. I can just use my other cards to grind. Bog isn't bad, and I do want a lot of lands. Could just still go down on 1 bog, especially siding out a lot of my expensive cards. Guardian's actually pretty good. Aura Fracture is really where we want to be in Standard Bearer. Leave No Trace is just like fine. I mean, this kills all white enchantments. That's pretty solid, actually. All right, let's go. All right, definitely keeping. Turn 1 Bolt, turn 2 Prism, turn 3 Skyfisher. This draw's good. Can also just terminate at some point, which is pretty nice. Don't let me lose to the Mono White Menace. Oh no. They always seem to have this, like when you have the Bolt, and you want them to lead any other creature. I actually need to fix my mana here, so Prism's perfect. See, now if they just like untap with protection for their Trailblazer for the rest of the game, it's just so annoying. Okay, they're playing another creature. That's good for me. Now I can go bolt this, terminate this. That is great. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to go land, lightning bolt this thing, and then terminate this thing. Just going to do it right now while they're tapped out. If they had protection, I don't think they should have played Skyguard there. But they still could be all right. A land, I can just play Guardian of the Guild Pack here, actually. No. I think I'm supposed to try to draw and find a land. If I do hit a land and I get to Skyfisher also, it seems great. Definitely want to just keep drawing cards, though. All right, Thraben's fine. probably even just play a spare supplies next turn to start. Now this isn't as scary like later. They've already committed a little bit to cat. Oh, they're putting that on Trailblazer. Interesting. Again, another land, and I can jam this, which really stops their team pretty well right now. Strands. Okay, let's just keep trying to draw cards. Just hit my land drops at some point. Untapped land. Nice. And a Radiant Fountain. Not bad. Now I'll just go Core Skyfisher. Bounce a Prism. Kind of doing it here. I mean, if we're able to like survive to the late game, we should be able to win the late game, right? We have this Strands, we have this Roadblock. I could block here, but I feel like they have like a Karametra's Blessing or something. I think I'm supposed to just take all. Like, why would they attack with this unless they had Mutagenic or a Karametra's Blessing? I could get them to use that. I guess that's not bad. Just trade my Skyfisher for like one of those spells. I don't have Strands up here, but I'm not going to have Strands up for a while because I'm going to keep trying to draw cards, so, or play this. So I think it's worth it to trade for like a protection spell here, actually. They just let it happen? I'm shocked by that. They just didn't think I'd go for it or something? I don't understand. I think I'm actually just supposed to jam Guardian now. Then I can potentially start attacking. And they just concede to Guardian. Wow. I think they were probably frustrated with their punt there. All right. Got one game against the Mono White Menace. Let's go. What you got? Definitely want Fumes, actually, now that I think about it more. Can we just draw Standard Bearer and have them concede to it? That would be so... They probably don't really have outs for this. They can't play any auras for the rest of the game if they don't have removal spells in their deck. So if I just draw Standard Bearer plus a white land and any other land, I feel like that'll do it. I remember the Standard Bearers used to see like a lot more play. I mean, this hand's slow, but I think I'm supposed to keep, right? I have a Guardian. I have a Thraben on one. I have a Boros Garrison to make a bunch of mana. Of course I have that. This is like maybe the best card in their deck. Another Boros Garrison. All right, it's really clunky. Oh man, why is this still in my deck? Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning. I was definitely supposed to side this out. This doesn't do anything. Like I could have at least had a what's it called? Bonder's Ornament instead of it. Brutal. I guess I could, it could be good here. I could chump a bunch of times and then reaping back some creatures, but likely that's not going to be the case. I'll just take two. They have 4 cards in hand and probably a protection spell available. All right, that was actually good. I think I go attack and then Core Skyfisher the Thraben. Is that greedy? I think it is greedy, actually. There's no reason I think I need to attack for 1. I think there is a reason to get Core Skyfisher down. Just pass. I know I could have probably just attacked for 1, but if they went block Mutagenic or something, it's just so annoying for me. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan to find more removal spells and hate cards, but and I have a Guardian here, and I just didn't want to like mulligan like a functional hand with a good card in the matchup. I can draw into my hate. I still have Journeys and Terminates and stuff. Are they gonna play a Journey to Nowhere? They generally do have that card post board. Benevolent Blessing on the Trailblazer. Okay, they're gonna name white. That's the problem. I only have the 1 Terminate in my deck. I can also kill enchantments though. It's only 3 power right now. Another core Skyfisher. I could draw a card with Clue, but maybe I am supposed to do that. Then I go up to 8 cards. And then I Boros Garrison, stay at 8 cards. All right, never mind. I'm just going to Thraben, and then Boros Garrison. Get back an Ancient Den and attack for 2. They have 4 cards in hand. They were tapped out there. That was an aggressive Benevolent Blessing. I'm going to need to start drawing cards here, I think. I can't just keep bouncing Thraben like indefinitely and not drawing cards. I'm under pressure from 3 damage a turn here. There's a Galvanic Blast. Doesn't do enough to kill this. I could kill this right now. I think that the line is probably Galvanic Blast this right now. Play a core Skyfisher, bounce Thraben. All right. I think I'm gonna go for this. Let's go Galvanic Blast this. They're tapping out, which means they might not have another protection spell. Then I'm gonna attack with both. And then I'm gonna play a core Skyfisher, bounce Thraben, and then play a Boros Garrison. And then I should be at 7 cards at the end of the turn. I could not bounce my Thraben here. I don't really need to. I could bounce Clue. Just keep my Thraben in play. No, I think I actually may want the card draw. Okay, next turn I have 5 mana. So you can see how these bounce lands, like, they're clunky, but they allow you to keep hitting your land drops, like, for so long as the game goes on. Like, meanwhile, our opponent's on 2 mana. We only drew 4 lands, but now it's going to be turn 5, and we're still hitting our land drops. And we have more lands to go. So we're going to 9. Any land that we draw that gains life right now is good. A lightning bolt, huh? They're at 15. I wonder if I can just like erase them. I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm gonna attack for 4 and then play Guardian plus Thraben this turn. This was a reason to not bounce Thraben. So it's definitely close. I mean, I thought they were gonna play more auras. I could also just draw 2 cards, but yeah, I think playing Guardian's actually better. Just tap like this and then play it. Yeah, because now if I draw like a Galvanic Blast, can't I just kill them next turn? And most likely they cannot kill me. I guess they can go Emerge Unscathed on their Laguna right now. Interesting that they didn't want to play an extra land to play more spells out of their hand. Felt like they probably should have just played Step that turn. Make a 1/1 flying blocker. That's actually really annoying for me because now it gets a lot harder to race. Also, if I just draw strands, then I'm in great shape. Wow, ethereal armor that? I was not expecting that. That's annoying. I don't even know if it's a good play from the opponent. They want to stop my flyers, I guess. Are they going to put something else on that spirit? They really have this? I guess to exile strands? I guess that makes sense. Strands is really annoying for them. All right, I can take 7, go down to 2, and then I attack for 6, put them to 5. So if I draw Bolt or Gallblast, I can still win. I think I'm supposed to just take here. I can also draw strands. So Bolt or Gallblast off the top. Leave no trace. Wow. That could definitely do it. Because I can leave no trace, killing all their enchantments. This is so close on what I'm supposed to do. I could just tap a Boros Garrison, I'll still have double red, draw a card. Hmm. This is tough. I can attack and hit for 6 damage here. Put them to 5. But let's say if I leave no trace, I kill all their enchantments. That this becomes a 1/1 flying. This becomes a 2/6. But I can block it. I think I am gonna crack Clue. Now I need to decide how to tap my lands correctly. So if I just tap Boros Garrison, it's not great. I could also go play. I could tap Ancient Den and Boros Garrison. I think that's the play, and then use white to crack Clue, leave red up, and then I can lightning bolt something like either warrior or them, depending on what I draw. I think this is the line I'm going with. Don't think I want a core sky for sure. I think I'd rather just do this. Bolt. Nice. That should do it. Bolt you. And then I attack for 6 and then bolt them. And I still technically have leave no trace up. I don't think they can stop this lightning bolt, right? I'm just going to do it now. Can't believe we were able to race there. Crazy. Defeated the Menace 3-0. Let's go. That was pretty sick. That was pretty impressive by the deck. I feel like I'm not even piloting it that well, and the deck is just carrying me. I mean, it seems strong in this meta. Stronger than I expected. Let's go. Let's go for the 5-0. All right, round 4 against Cali Wadit. Cali Wadit. Um, I don't think I can keep. I know I can play Thrabins. I know I'm on the draw. But if I miss on lands, this is just rough. I mean, this hand is close. If I draw 1 land, this hand is pretty good. This was like a Windscarred Crag, but even then, man, I do get to go turn 1 Thraben, turn 2 Thraben. Let's see. Let's calculate this. So I have 19 land, or I have 20 lands left in my deck. So it's 20 divided by 53 per draw step. So I have a 37.7. I have a 38% chance per draw to draw a land. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, if I miss if I miss on the first, I have 2 draws to draw 1 land. And if I draw 1 land, this hand is good. I'm gonna actually just try it. Just the fact that I have a 38% chance, 37.7% chance to draw a land each draw. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Now I can go turn 1 Thraben, turn 2 Thraben tap land. So, I mean, we were like pretty likely over the first 2 draws to find 1 land, and we got lucky hit it on the first one. Okay. I'm going to attack, play another Thraben, and then play a Bog. Looks like they're probably just on blue-red Fae. Spell stutter. Oh, prohibit. Okay, maybe blue-red control. Not sure. Had to play Bog there, though. If they don't do anything of, like, note, I'm just going to crack Clue, try to hit land drops. Never mind. I mean, I guess I still will crack Clue here. Because I can just go crack Clue right now, go up to 7 cards, and then garrison my Bog or even my Ancient Den back. Because I'm supposed to just get my Ancient Den back so I have an untapped land. Then I can just, if they tap out, I can jam Guardian. AK, okay. Wonder what this is. I mean, this just feels like blue-red control to me. Bolt my Thraben, and then tap out for something? Okay, well, I'm going to jam Guardian, and hopefully they just don't have any answers to that. It's just going to clock them for 2. Or just stop ninjas. I feel like with AK and Behold, they have to be blue-red control, like 100%. All right, I'm gonna attack. I think I cycle Forgotten Caves to start my turn. I don't even really want to play Skyfisher yet. I might, but Ancient Den. I mean, I guess I am supposed to. It's pretty clunky, but I mean, getting my bog back isn't bad. I'm expecting this to get countered. I could have left up red mana here. Exclude? Jeez. Okay, well, let's just Boros Garrison back the bog, because I want to exile that AK. Pass. Now I have double red mana in play. I mean, we've drawn pretty well considering the opening hand we kept. They behold here. Makes sense. Let's see what they do. 2 top. That is scary. I feel like I don't know this name. I feel like this is blue-red control with Goblin Wizardry. Okay, definitely. I do want to start playing out these artifact lands, but I think I need to bog them here. I'm not in a rush to Golf Blast face. I'm just going to attack for 2 and then bog them. I think bogging them now is fine. They could AK if they have it, draw 2, but then I get 2 AKs. Yeah. Okay, let's pass. If they go end of turn Wizardry, I would probably just have to kill some tokens. Pieces of the puzzle? Okay, it's blue-red all spells. Put up to 2 instants or sorceries into their hand. They put AK. Oh no, they put pieces of the puzzle and prohibit into their hand. I see, I see. Okay, and they put an AK into their yard. And I have a lot of burn in hand. I'm not gonna fire anything off yet. So I think that deck usually plays, it's a 5 mana sorcery, 1 red, 4 colorless, make 2/2/3s with haste, which I don't really care about. I want to just find a window to resolve all these burn spells, because then I don't think they can gain life. So if they ever tap low, then I'll just go for all this burn. They went 1 top, 1 bottom on preordain, and now they're going to go pieces of the puzzle. They still have prohibit. There's the Goblin Wizardry. Okay. They put counters, or they put Lightning Bolt and Wizardry into their hand. They didn't take the counter spell, so they still have prohibit. So I think those are the 3 I know about in their hand. So now they'll probably go for an end of turn Wizardry, and then I just fire off all my burn. And Strands is actually decent as well. I think they're going to be dead if they go for Wizardry. If not, they might be able to leave up counter for this. We'll see. They have to go for it, right? Yeah. All right, now they're just actually dead. Crazy. This deck has a lot of burn in it. Can't believe we just went from 10 to 0 like that. Guardian of the Guild Pack, getting it done. Now we get to bring in quad, red blast. I don't think I want Lone Missionary or Standard Bearer. Do definitely want Relic. So they're just blue-red spells, all instants and sorceries. So they have a lot of value as well. See, I don't think I want Terminate. I guess I do want to Braid because they probably have to have. They could have be just playing like 2 Bonders ornaments. I guess I don't need Strands in this matchup. Most of their stuff is just counter spells. Yeah, it could be decent, but I could just side out like all this and just keep all like my removal that goes face and my Braid that kills Bonders ornament. I don't know if they have Bonders ornament, but I'm kind of just putting them on that. I could keep Lone Missionary in the deck as just like a 2/1 that can attack. We saw earlier that that can be good, but I think everything else in my deck is pretty good. Like the core Skyfisher Glinthawk package with all these provides like a lot of card draw. My Thraben is a threat and card draw. Then all this burn goes face, which we saw was really relevant in game one. And then I'm bringing in quad Pyroblast. Yeah, this just looks great. I think I'm favored with the quad Pyroblast post board. They might bring in Hydroblast or something, but yeah, feeling good about this. Snap keep this hand. I think I just lead Fountain. Is that just too greedy? Should I just be leading Ancient Den? I guess I could have Gorilla Shaman as well. I'm supposed to lead Fountain, I think. I'm not playing turn 1 Glinthawk anyway. Okay, I was gonna say if they just leave up 2 mana, I probably was gonna not play Prism, but now I definitely will. All right, Step is actually fine, but I want to get Prism down. All right, we draw a Bolt. That's actually reasonable. They could have Augur of Bolas as their only creature. Blue Red Spells is a sweet deck. You don't see it that often. Might just need to play out this Step as a land. I think I'm supposed to go play Core Skyfisher to be mana efficient. And then bounce Prism if it resolves. I'm expecting it to get counterspelled. Then I'll just play a Step as a land. I'm going to play this as a land regardless. Maybe they're thinking I can just bolt this and counter this. AK draw 1. Having the bogs is also really nice for this matchup. All right, let's attack. I'll try to play a Prism. Because, like, what else am I really doing? It resolved? I'm kind of surprised by that. They might just not have a counterspell. Let's just go Glinthawk, and then I can, if this resolves, I'll bounce Prism and then play Crag. Wow, they just don't have counters? Or they just maybe have some type of Wrath or something? I'm not really sure. They're just going to play bolts on these, I think, is what's going to happen. Oh, they wanted to Goblin Wizardry that turn. Okay. That puts a real clock on me, but I mean, these Guardians have something to say. If they want to play a bunch of spells on their turn, then I get to resolve these. So that's decent. If they just leave up 3 mana, I'm not going to play Guardian. No attack. Interesting. I'm going to start by attacking with both. I'm not that scared of them rattling off like 5 spells. I mean, yeah, I know they can do that, but I'm just going to attack while I can, I think. I don't want to play Guardian into a counterspell like I was saying, so let's just go Prism. Wow, it resolves. Everything is just resolving? I'm just so surprised by that. Do I want to play Great Furnace over Garrison? I don't think so. I don't need to bolt this turn, I don't think. Exclude? Yeah. I guess I could just bolt a Goblin token right now. That leaves me a lot safer. I'm going to do it. They get like a 2-for-1 on me, but that's fine. It's not like I want to bring in Fumes just for their Goblin Wizardry tokens anyway. Now I still have these flyers they have to contend with. Like, they can start bolting them down, but I've already drawn cards off them. So I have 5 mana. What do I lead with? I think I lead with Thraben Inspector. I think I'd rather resolve like almost Guardian over Bonder's Ornament, as weird as that is, but I think I just lead Thraben and see what happens. I mean, Bonders is really good as well. I'm just going to go for Bonders because if it resolves, I also get to draw a card. Which land am I going to bounce? Radiant Fountain, I guess. Try to resolve a Bonders here. Not, wow, it resolved? Did they just take out all their counterspells? Like, I don't understand what's happening. I'm at 23 still. I can crack Clue here. Behold. Oh, another Wizardry. Okay, I could just be dead. Is their hand just like a bunch of wizardries? So I guess they don't play the Minotaur haste card anymore. They just play Goblin Wizardry instead. Pieces of the puzzle. Prowess, prowess, prowess. Then bolt this. I don't think they can deal me 23 damage. Let's see what they take. So these are the 5 they revealed. They could just take Ponder plus, let's see. They put Ponder and Wizardry into their hand. Okay. But they're not going to Ponder right now? Okay, they're going to play a Wizardry and then next turn try to kill me. So I think I am supposed to block. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Oh, no, I have 8 mana. So I can try to play 2 Guardians here for blockers. They're also at 10, so maybe I can just kill them. Forgotten Cave, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I can cycle Cave. Let's see, they're gonna play Goblin Wizardry. So they have 5 goblins. And I'll have potentially 1 blocker. So they would only have to play for 4 goblins to be able to get through. I'm at 19. They'd have to play 4 spells. They do have a Ponder. It's not that hard for them, honestly, to kill me then. I do have a Goblin, so if they go for end of turn wizardry, I can kill 1 goblin. Alternatively, I can just play double Guardian to the Guild Pack. Then they have 3 goblins out. If I play double Guardian, they have 3 goblins. They go up to 5 goblins. Then attack with everything, and I go block, block. Each of these has to have 7 power to kill me. So I don't think they're going to be able to do that. So if I attack them down to 6 and then have double Guardian in play, and yeah, I go to 21. I'm just going to play double Guardian here. I think that's the best play. I could cycle this and try to find a burn spell for the win. But again, I think playing double Guardian is best. I'm going to start with playing double Guardian before attacks, actually. Because I want to see if they counter both Guardians, then I might not want to attack with both creatures. Counterspell, okay. I still think I'm going for, wow, they tapped like this? Interesting. Still think I'm going for Guardian here, because now they can't Wizardry this turn. And they can't play another counterspell. All right, now that they can't play another Wizardry, I'm pretty safe, I think, just to get in there. I guess if they went like, even if they went, let's say, Ponder, Ponder, then hit for 3, and then triple bolt me, and then I don't think that's enough even. Because then Ponder, Ponder, triple bolt, that's 5 spells, so they hit for 6, 9 damage. 6 plus 9, 15. They're countering their own Ponder, dispelling the counter. Do they have lethal here? Oh, they have 2 creatures getting through. This might just be lethal. They went Ponder, counter the Ponder, dispel the counter, bolt my Course Skyfisher, not me. Did they just have super lethal? Or, okay. They're really going for it. So I get hit for 10. Palace Sentinels. I think I start by Cycle Forgotten Caves. They could have a counterspell here as well. Boros Garrison. I can bounce step and cycle that. Why don't I just... I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. I guess why don't I just bounce step and cycle right now? Another burn spell would be great. It's a fountain. They only have two cards in hand. I think I'm supposed to just go. They have to have exactly counterspell, and then these goblins aren't representing that much damage. I could go attack with both. Why don't I just try to go Gallblast them right now, see if it resolves, and then if it resolves, okay, I can just attack with just this. Okay, nice. That was pretty impressive how much damage can come out of these wizardries, even if their hand is just a bunch of counter spells. But we were able to get there. Nice. 4-0. Nice. Let's go for the trophy. See you in round 5. Welcome to round 5. Going for the trophy with Boros Monarch. First games, first leave I ever played with the deck. So hopefully we can do it. That's a kind of a sick story. So we're on the play. Super lucky. I mean skill. And his hand is not great. Like all we can do right now is go like fountain into Skyfisher and then bounce the fountain. Still think I'm supposed to keep. Again, his hand is not very good. I'm hoping we're against like burn or something. Just gain 4 life off this fountain, put a 2/3 into play. Definitely not ideal, but maybe we'll also draw like a prism. We have some reasonable draws. And if we draw lands, it'll be good. Okay, this could be blue-black. Could be a lot of things. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just get Skyfisher down. Kind of sucks to have to just bounce a land and not draw the card, not get value, but just gonna get Snuff out here. Just untap and Island cast down. Play Ash Barrens. Are they short on lands too? Are they just mono black control or a blue black control? Maybe. All right, Bonders is a great draw, assuming I can resolve it. Okay, they're black-white control. Okay, I see, I see. I don't know how this matchup is for us. I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, the fact that we have the Bonders here is really helpful. I'm gaining a bunch of life too, which is reasonable. I can just play Palace Sentinels next turn, take the Monarch. Could even consider just lightning bolting them. I don't think I want to do that. They're at 20. Oh god. That makes taking the Monarch much, much worse. Like, what can I do against this? I guess I have a Terminate. I can blast them. I mean, if I go Palace Sentinels, if I like go like Lightning Bolt you, and then play Palace Sentinels, I draw a card for Monarch, then they take the Monarch and kill the Palace Sentinels, and then I'm in such a bad spot. Can't do that, I don't think. Hmm. I guess I'm just going Glenhawk, bounce Ancient Den, replay Ancient Den. It's not good, but that's all I can do. I guess I could also play Palace Sentinels right now. I get to draw a card. The problem is their deck is literally all removal spells and even Pestilence. I mean, if they have Pestilence, it's going to be rough, but I guess if that's the case and they take a bunch of damage, I might be able to kill them with Burn. Maybe my best out is to play Palace Sentinels. I don't know. Just doing nothing feels too bad. Now that I have 2 creatures out at least, it's reasonable. 4-1's still good, right? Okay, they're gonna play a Palace Sentinels or another Guardian. Their deck is probably just on 4 Guardian of the Guild pack. We can bring in Shenanigans for their Bonders ornaments and um, prismatic strands and stuff. Yeah, they kill one of my creatures. I guess I could also bring in Molten Rains for their bounce lands. They're gonna have a lot of bounce lands. I'd probably do that. Okay, they attack and take the Monarch. I do get to attack and take it back and then have strands up. So this is kind of what I was kind of hoping for. Core Skyfisher, huh? Okay, let's attack. They can't snuff out. I don't even think they have snuff out in their deck, honestly. We took the Monarch. That's good. Now let's go Core Skyfisher. What if I'm supposed to tap Ornament? I think this is fine. Core Skyfisher bounce Fountain. And then when they go to attack, I'm going to tap, or I'm going to play Strands. Again, I just want to hold on to the Monarch basically for as long as I can. Stop them from drawing cards. Keep me drawing cards. It's definitely where I want to be. Just want to draw into more burn. Finish this game relatively quickly. Definitely going for Strands here. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Like, it only gets better if they play multiple Guardians. Strands pro white. And then I can just attack for 4, play Thraben, crack the clue, keep drawing cards, castigate. Okay. Well, now they know how much they know about these cards. So they probably just take a Galvanic Blast here, is my guess. They do. They could have taken Thraben because that's a cantrip. I feel like they probably should have taken Thraben, but I guess they're worried about getting burned out as well. I mean, I'm attacking for 4 in the air. Another Thraben. It's actually pretty good. Let's go play a Thraben. Make a clue. I think I just draw right now with clue. And then probably just play another Thraben. Could have waited on a clue. Wow, Reaping. Can't Reaping right now anyway. Another Thraben. And then I'm going to flashback Strands to hold on to the Monarch one more time. This just prevents all damage from colors. It doesn't actually get protection from the color, so it doesn't stop like a cast down. It only stops like lightning bolts on my creatures and stuff. So I think the best use of it is just holding onto the Monarch for 2 turns. Now we're getting to the point where I might just start like lightning bolting their face. Because I do want to be mana efficient at this point, but actually maybe not because I could save them for better like Reaping the Graves as well. Okay, another Gal Blast. I think I need to start firing these off. Oh, Crossroads. It's brutal. That's why I don't really want to just go for the burn plan. Okay. They have, oh, so they're the creature version. Interesting. I think that makes it actually better for me. Um, what are they going to bounce? Just Crossroads? Yeah. They're just going to try to keep gaining life. And Thraben? Sure. Could they have his prismatic strands? They could. I think I'll just go strands named White. Prevent all damage from white sources. Then I just go to lightning bolt this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. They know about 1 galvanic blast. They don't know about the reaping. They have 5 cards in hand. Clue on the table. I feel like they have strands. Yeah, they do. Okay. So they can flashback strands. So I might have to go Gal Blast this, and then they're going to flashback strands, and then I Gal Blast it again in response. It's not good, but I think that's where we're at. Can also Reaping for 1 to get back Core Skyfisher, but I don't really like that either. So let's go Galvanic Blast this. They're going to flashback strands. Then I Galvanic Blast in response to strands. Okay, they don't do it. Okay. I wonder if they're going to flashback strands in response to like me attacking or something. Or before damage, I mean. Do I want to crack Clue? I feel like I do. Could leave up Reaping, but yeah, I like just drawing a card here. Prism. Could just play that as well. Do I need to leave up Gal Blast? I don't think so. Prism draw. Boros Garrison, bounce Radiant Fountain. Could attack with all. I think that's worth it. They're going to block and I get in for 5 damage. Yeah, seems good. So they are going to get to take the Monarch here, but I've already drawn 3 cards off of it. So they're keeping the strands, I guess, to hold on to the Monarch for next turn. That makes sense. They have Scoured Barrens, interesting. So that we know one of their cards is the Kabira Crossroads. Core Skyfisher, okay. Might just be going Gallblast on that. They return Plains to their hand. No attack. That was such a bad mistake. Now I'm just a Monarch? What? Why? They're going to try to mill us out? Don't think that's going to happen. Just start playing spare supplies out, I guess. Step, sure. More cycling lands. So I can go for Galblast on Core Skyfisher right now and they just strands it. Suppose that's fine. Why didn't they attack? They definitely needed to take the Monarchy. I can't tell you why. Okay, they are going to protect it. So pro red. They name red. Okay. I think I'm just playing Prism. And there's a Bolt. Okay, I can't play the Bolt right now. And there's a Strands anyway. So I just pass the turn. I could attack with this, but they just have a free block, and I don't want them to eat my Glenhawk just for 2 damage, so. Okay, Strands, that's great. They crack Clue. We know they have a Kabira Crossroads, which they're probably going to play here. And we know they have Plains as well. Definitely bringing in Molten Rain. I think it's got to be good, taking them down on mana. Crypt Rats. Are they going to Crypt Rats for 3, blow up the board? They do. All right, well now I can actually do a pretty sick Reaping the Graves. I know they took the Monarch now, but especially if I can draw some spells here. Wow, I can almost kill them. I have 7 points of burn, so if I draw a burn spell off like a spare supplies draw or a cycle, I win. Let's see, I could also just go like I could go Lightning Bolt you, Galvanic Blast you, Reaping the Graves X3, and then I pay 5 mana for all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 1, 2 mana left. Then all I do is just play a Core Skyfisher, bounce a Prism. Alternatively, I can go Cycle Step, try to win right now. I have to draw another burn spell, and I don't really have many left. So actually, I don't like that. I think I like the the burn line. It uses a lot of my burn spells on their face, which isn't great. I could also just go like cycle step, cycle cave, pass, and then they're gonna play some spells. I could play some burn spells and then reaping. Yeah, I like that better actually. I think that's just a better use of my mana and time. So cycle this, core Skyfisher. Okay, well, new plan. Let's go play core Skyfisher, bounce Prism. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I mean, I could just pass the turn here. I do want to play Reaping this turn. If, like, they're going to have to play some spells, right? I could even just play out my Forgotten Caves. Because I'm going to want so much mana next turn. Alright, I'm going to pass. This Reaping just might be sick here. I wanted to get at least a creature down. Okay, that's fine. I can just kill that. I want to get at least a creature down to threaten to take the monarchy back. Omen of the Dead resolves. That's one card that I'm not playing. I could be playing one Omen of the Dead in this list as well. Core Skyfisher. Sure. There's nothing I can do here, right? Nope. And the core Skyfisher back Omen of the Dead, replay Omen of the Dead, and I get to reaping back all my creatures basically. I mean, they're going off here. Omen is super, super grindy. Another core Skyfisher, okay. They're going to play it, bounce Omen. It's kind of like a combo I can't really deal with. And by can't really deal with, I mean I can't deal with it at all. I have no out to like counter the Omen or strip it out of their hand. They attack for 2. I'm gonna have to kill their flyers, take the Monarch, and then Strands. I think that's how I win, but I mean, if I'm killing their guys, they just get to Omen it back. This is feeling bad. Okay, so now I'm gonna just go. Could bolt their face. I think I'm supposed to bolt this Storm 6. Reaping, target the Glinthawk. And then go boom, 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 boom. And it doesn't matter. So I get all my creatures back. Their Omen plan is like even more grindy though. Some of the lists I were looking at had an Omen and I was like, I don't need Omen. Okay, they draw. Now they're Glinthawk. So I put infinite card draw. So let's go Gal Blast this thing. I don't even know if this is good at all. I don't even know if having the Monarchy is good either because I don't want to mill out. Let's go with Core Skyfisher. Bounce Prism. Do I go Glinthawk, bounce land, replay land just to try to play out as many flyers as I can to pressure them? I feel like I do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I don't need to draw any more cards. I actually don't want to. And then I could go Glinthawk, bounce another land. I could also just play a core Skyfisher, bounce a spare supplies, leave up Strands. They're gonna do the same thing of getting back a bunch of core Skyfishers this next turn though. So I don't even think this really does anything. Still gonna try to do it. I might be able to set up a big attack with strands in order to do something. Kind of want to keep all my mana out actually. So let's just do this. Just play out my entire board. Could have left up strands, but I think I want to just play everything out. Then attack for 2. Again, I don't know if I can win here. I'm also less on cards in library, which is rough. Pestilence. All right, so they just rat the board. Yep. And then next turn they can omen, get back all their creatures, and keep doing that. So I think I'm just dead. I could just save time. They're at 10. I've just used most of my burn spells now. All right, I mean, I'll just keep going for now. I guess I could draw a Terminate for this. Journey does not work on that. I don't even want to play Glinthawk out, really. Just trying to draw cards. Pass. So now I think they'll just start like omening back all their creatures. I guess I could have found a bog there as well. If I had found bog there, I think I have a chance to win. Raven's Crime? Sure. Their deck is sweet. I think our deck is actually better overall, but this matchup might not be great for us. Lone Missionary main, jeez. 2 Lone Missionaries. They probably have 3 main because it's decent with Pestilence just by gaining life. There's the Bonders. Okay. We go to 14, 14 all. They have 1 card in hand and we know it's Omen. Surprised they didn't just make a huge board there. Oh, they can't even, oh, they can flash an Omen, get back 1 creature. Did they just mess up? Maybe. So they flash an Omen, get back 1 thing, but yeah, if they had just gotten all their stuff back last turn. Would they just get Core Skyfisher? Makes sense. So exile their yard. Now let's go Glinthawk back a Prism. Now I can do this. I mean, they still have Pestilence Guardian going, but I can draw Terminate too. I have 1 Terminate in my deck. There it is. Okay. I'm not going to draw a card with this, I don't think. I think I'll just terminate this right now. I don't want them to play another Guardian. Is there any reason to terminate it right now? I guess I kind of am showing them that I have Terminate by tapping like that. Because I don't really like that. I'll just draw with Clue. Bolt. I wish I hadn't played a creature to get rid of their Pestilence, but I didn't. Just draw another card with Clue. Palace Sentinels. Okay. Just gonna pass now. I'm fine with them dealing us both damage with Pestilence, I think, because I want to be able to burn them out. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to terminate yet. If they play another Guardian, I think I'm just screwed. All right, I'm gonna definitely block here and then go for the terminate before damage. Red, black, terminate there. And again, obviously that's pro monocolored, so you need a multicolor spell to be able to kill it. Now they can play their core Skyfisher. Oh, damn it. I needed to not kill their creatures. Now they just omen back Guardian, play Guardian. I fucked up. Because if I had just waited till end step, at the beginning of your end step, this trigger goes on the stack. Or maybe it doesn't, but end of their turn, I could have killed the Guardian and then on my turn killed the Lone Missionary and then dealt with the Pestilence. I just punted. I just threw this game. I had a chance, but now I don't know if I do. Just go Palace Sentinels and then try to hold on to the Monarch again, but damn. Feels bad. Feels really bad. Just gonna journey the core Skyfisher and then pass. So I have to Strands name White. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black mana. Okay, that's fine. They have 2 cards in hand. I have 19 cards in library. I don't think I have enough left to be able to kill them. Kiba Gang Shinobi. I think that's. Do they have that? No. No. They're just trying to play a Palace Sentinels. Okay. I punted this game. I think it would have still been tough to win, honestly. Yeah, it would have still been tough, but we had a chance, and now I don't think we do. Should probably just concede to gain time, but that's not my MO usually. Probably should have journeyed this as well. It's kind of just taking actions. I only have 15 cards left in library. Am I just dead on board? I get hit down to 11, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spare supplies, yeah. Just gonna F6 here. Try to catch up a little bit on time if I can. Oh man, not killing their creatures, not killing their like Guardian of the Guild pack on their end of turn was brutal. I don't know why I thought I could kill it during. I knew about Omen. Yeah, I've not played that well this league, but again, this is my first run through with the deck, so I think I'm playing reasonably. But I think if I played the deck more, I would obviously get better at it. I can also gain 3 with Golden Egg if they mess up with Pestilence or something. Thraben. I mean, they're just gonna Wrath the Thraben away basically. Let's draw a card. There's a Great Furnace, sure. It's Thraben, and then I'll draw a card. Where's my clue? It's over here. Draw. Okay, I'm just gonna go Journey. Get the Palace Sentinels, attack. I'm at 10, so I think I am dead. And then I'm gonna play another Guardian. I think they can just Pestilence me out of the game. I guess it might be a draw at this point if they do that. Well, they can attack and then Pestilence me out of the game, right? Maybe if I draw, I think I'm out of Lightning Bolts. So I don't think that actually works. Core Skyfisher. So they can just attack me and then Pestilence and win. They're having each of us draw. Okay. And then I just died a Pestilence here. Damn. The long game one. Can't block. I go to 4. They take the Monarch. And then they just activate this 4 times. They even have Chainer's Edicts for my Guardians. Brutal. I mean, they messed up pretty bad by not getting all their creatures back when they could have. They're making me sack creatures. I guess they know how many Galvanic Blasts I played. And then Bog. They could have just won. I don't know why they didn't want to. Maybe they just want to make me use more time. I'm just not going to oblige at this point. I'm just going to F6 and let them attack and kill me. And any time that I can get back here is actually pretty reasonable. O-ring what? My journey, maybe? Yeah. And they can get back Omen. Oh, they just get back Crossroads? Sure. They were just playing around like a multiple bolts or something. All right. They got us. Even though Relic can kind of get us, definitely bringing that in. Definitely want the Aura Fracture. Leave no trace. We have some sideboard here. I think Shenanigans is actually good too. I don't think Gorilla Shaman is good. Because Shenanigans, I can just like... it's not like against Affinity where I dredge it every turn, but any like Bonder's Ornament or something they play, I can just like, if I have it in my yard, I just have an answer to it. While Strands like did some work that game, I don't know how good it actually is. I think I just want all my value and all my burn in my deck. I mean, pretty much. I think I want to side them out. I also don't. I mean, Journey's okay. Their Omen is just so annoying. I could side out a land just because this matchup is so incredibly grindy. I guess I could even side out like a basic, keep my artifact land count higher. I think I'll just side out one artifact land. Most likely I'm not going to be Gal Blasting till a bit later. I could side out one bolt, just because going face isn't really that good, but killing core Skyfishers and stuff is. This is me just talking through all my choices. I mean, I guess I can keep most of my burn just to kill their creatures. Journey is, I guess, good against Omen. Omen of the Dead, like them having one in their deck. Now I was like thinking, why do I want that? But now seeing that black-white opponent play it shows me like the power of Omen of the Dead here. So I could see why you want the one in the main. I guess if I was running back a league, I'd probably run one. I could just not bring in the Shenanigans, or I could just take out a Braid and just have the one Shenanigans, not have too much artifact, because they showed like one Bonders and like maybe 2 spare supplies, which, you know, Braid still kills the creature, but I think Journey's probably better there. I'll just take out one Journey, whatever. I want to have an answer to their Bonders if they have it early. We only have the one Bonders ourselves. Thought about running a second Bonders. All right, I'll keep this. Just gonna lead turn 1 Caves, turn 2 Prism, turn 3 Hawk. Can bounce this later and cycle it. These are pretty nice. I like the mana base of this deck. You get a lot of value out of your lands, that's for sure. Could just play spare supplies in case I, for some reason, don't want to play Hawk next turn. But yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think it matters. I'm gonna play Hawk next turn and replay an artifact. I guess spare supplies would have been better if I'm gonna play this next turn anyway. All right, let's go land, Glint Hawk, bounce Prism. I'll just replay Prism. This might just die. That's okay. Our value engine is pretty strong here. Oh, brutal. Jesus. That's probably just going to kill me. And that's why people only play 3 of each artifact land. Jesus. Oh, I didn't bring in the Molten Rains either. You know, I don't know how great those actually are. I think they were. I think I should have brought them in. I just forgot. Yeah, playing pretty loose this league overall. What is this? A Bonder's Ornament or something? I think that's going to be tough to come back from. They have 7 cards in hand. They just double Stone Rained me. Killed my creature. If I draw an untapped land here, I can start drawing cards again. Okay. Yeah, just go Core Skyfisher. They have like nothing in hand. I just don't think that's like really possible. They just play like a Bonders or something and I just get to kill it. That's good. O-ring my thing, sure. Huh? Leave no trace, let's go. I think I'm going Prism, try to hit a land. No. Just discard a Palace Sentinels at this point, I think. Definitely don't want to leave no trace yet. They're down to 5 cards. I mean, if the game just goes super long, I could theoretically come back. Okay, well. Now I can end of turn, leave no trace, try to take the monarchy back somehow. All right, Boros Garrison. I don't want to leave no trace right now, really. Just go Thraben, then Boros Garrison. Leave up Bolt. That dusted us, though. I even sided out an artifact land. I like having a higher artifact land count. I think turning on Metalcraft early is certainly relevant. They just have so much mana. It's going to be tough. Just bolt this now to be mana efficient. I take 2 down to 16. Gonna have to try to take the monarchy here, and I don't think that's gonna work. Well, I can kill that. Glint Hawk. All right, let's go land. 3 damage to this. And then I'm gonna pass, and again, end of turn, try to leave no trace the O-ring. I think that's my best line. I know I can't kill a Pestilence, but disenchant my land. Okay, I mean, this matchup is not great. They're like kind of a similar deck, and they just get their Lone Missionary back. Sure. I mean, I can kill the Omen of the Dead here, but I don't get to kill both of their enchantments. I think I need to kill the O-ring, actually. I mean, maybe they somehow time out this game if I'm able to stabilize. I think that's the only way I can win this match. Should I ask the opponent if they want to draw? Okay, draw card. Oh, I was supposed to tap differently so I could Glint Hawk. Just a mistake. Just bounce that. I could have cycled it, but honestly don't really want to, I don't think. I guess drawing another card is good. I probably shouldn't have even attacked, honestly. They're at 27. Drawing a card, is that even good? Probably not. They have 2 cards left in hand. Okay. Can that do anything? Not really against Chainer's Edict. Gotta be careful about that. They have multiple Chainer's Edicts, so I have to find Bog and then deploy Guardian. I'm going to 10. They have 2 cards in hand. They go up to 3. They have 7 minutes on the clock. It's gonna be tough. And they core Skyfisher the Omen. Yeah. They get back Crypt Rats. Alright, GG's. I think I can just concede here. Opponent played pretty well, except for the time when they didn't get all their creatures back. They should have done that. But yeah, I'm just dead now. Double Stone Rain into Disenchant Stone Rain. Still 4-1. Still a good result. Got the 5 chests and the 2 QPs. Unfortunate we weren't able to get the 5-0 there, but like, what's his name? Like Colbias Ticklebush said, 4-1 still good. Still happy with the 4-1. So cannot be upset with that result. First time I played the deck. Yeah, deck felt great. Let's make some changes like I like to do at the end of the video. Do I even own any Omen of the Deads? How many do I have? 4. Okay, I do own that card. So let's bring in an Omen. I don't really want to go down on a Bolt. I could go down on a Spare Supplies. I could go down on a land. Might just be a little bit greedy, but I guess 20 lands is probably fine. This is probably what I would run in the next league. I definitely made some mistakes, like not bringing in the Molten Rains. I don't know if that was actually relevant. The sideboard felt fine. Having a second Relic would be good. A second Guerrilla Shaman would be good. But everything in there is pretty solid as well. I don't know if you need this. I mean, against decks like Elves and stuff, you could just try to rely on your like 1-for-1 removal. And then like, is this even that good out of the board? I guess it's good against Fairies specifically. But I mean, that's a card that could get replaced. Do you really need Fumes against Fairies? Like, your Fairies matchup should be good, right? I think I'm going to take that out and run either another Shaman or most likely even just another Relic. There's a lot of decks that utilize the graveyard. I know we do too, but I mean, I could even just run Nihil Spellbomb, but I think Relics, maybe that's the reason why you don't have multiple Relics too. Just because it hurts you as well, especially with Omen and Reaping. What else would be like the last sideboard card? Just another Shaman? I mean, that's reasonable. Could be like even a 5th Red Blast effect. Could be even a Fiery Cannonade, I think might be better than that other card. I might even try it like this, just because Cycle Storm is actually like, just having a couple relics in your sideboard, just like respecting Cycle Storm enough to have a couple relics makes the deck so much worse. And when you don't have any hate for that deck, it can beat you. But if you devote a couple sideboard slots, it always feels so good when you get paired against it and you're like, okay, if I find Relic, I'm so much better off. So I think I'd try it like this for the next league. Not change too much. I mean, I think the deck is pretty well figured out. But my name's Max. My channel is youtube.com/Snapple. Again, you can subscribe down below. You can click the dog in the bottom right to subscribe. Throw a like on this video. So close to the 5-0. Till next time. Peace.